into solution architecture and a lead role into transformation engagements. As I already mentioned, that's been 14 years I'm into IT, IT space, and I have been handling the different roles and responsibilities. My core strength and core experience revolves around data center transformation engagements, data center design, migration, consolidations, solutions around various public and private cloud storage backup. So primarily all the building blocks which makes a data center, right, and the infrastructure piece of it. I'm not an application guy. Sometimes that's the area where I would like to connect with you people so that I can make my strength in these areas as well. At present, I am working with Ericsson, right, as a senior manager for consulting. Here, I manage the different telecom customers for their IT needs, for IT engagements, right? And before Ericsson, I was part of Dell and HCL as well.
Oh, cool.
So right. That's a quick summary of myself. We can take any point later in our conversation.
Yeah, good. It was very good introduction. Thanks for a detailed Jitendra introduction. So, yeah. It's a good thing. So, thanks for joining and welcome. So, what I will do is I'll keep on unmuting people, right? So that I'll mute and unmute so that people can talk on that. Okay. Okay. Kapil, I think, right? You can introduce and then to the people.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, Kapil, you can hear you. You can carry on.
Yeah, hello everyone. This is Kapil. Actually, I heard you, like Jitendra, you are having like 14 years of experience. So nice to see you in this meeting. So actually, I am having only 2 years and 9 months of experience. That too in Java. So from around past 4 and 5 months, I am working in Hadoop Big Data. So I like this concept of IoT and all. So I would love to do some POCs and all. Like I will try to understand this concept and all. Those POCs and IoT.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, thanks, Kapil. Yeah. Raju, can you carry on?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hello, everyone. So myself, Raju, and I'm basically from Kolkata, and so I am working on various JavaScript frameworks. So I'm mainly JavaScript developer. So I am having experience around around 4.5 years. So from the starting of the career, I'm working in the JavaScript things, and now a couple of days back, I started working in big data and working on Node.js and MongoDB, those stuff, right? So I'm very much interested in working in IoT, and a couple of days back, I started with AWS Lambda 2, right? So now I'm feeling very grateful to be part of this group, because I'm seeing like a very heavyweight experienced people are here, and I'm very fortunate to be part of this.
Thanks, Raju. Sharath, I think, right? Sharath? Okay. No, Sharath has having some issues, right? I think he has given an introduction on the chat. Please go through that because he's having some microphone issues. Yeah, so let's take it. I think, right, as of now, I added some. Let me check. I see around smac. Yeah. See, there are 30 people, and I see, and there are a lot of people, right? Because there are some more I need to add. At least there are 10 to 15 people I have to add, which I'm trying to do. It's over the weekend, so I got some more 10 to 15 requests from different. There again, they are absolutely an Hadoop expertise guys, Spark expertise guys, ranging from 2 to 5 years. So they are, because these are the people are from the X groups, data team or data group team. I found them, and I thought that they will be helpful to us, and they can be a part of the group and then help to the team and everything in the networking side. So that's where I bought them, and then next week they'll be a part of that, right? So that's one area which I am bringing in more expertise people, especially to the smac. Smac is social mobile analytics and com. So mostly I would also request you people, right? Because I know there are a lot of analytic guys, big data analytics guys in this group. I know Jitendra is mainly from the cloud. He can help us in the cloud. But I see that, right, there is a missing element is nothing but your mobility. So if you think, right, someone who are into the mobile space, because I know in the entire people who are requested, there are a lot of less mobility people. So if you think, right, someone who can help in the group, right, I want to request you to ask them to join this group, and then maybe it will help everyone in this particular mobile mobility. When I say mobility, right, I'm talking more on the enterprise apps. I don't want any consumer apps guy and then coming into this. So we are only looking at more on the enterprise apps. Okay, so yeah.
Just a point here, like I have worked on a couple of enterprise apps in mobility. So in case if I can provide you any service, right, so I'll be very much thankful. Like,
Oh. Cool. Thanks. Like, because I thought you were a Java guy, but definitely yes. I'll take a note of that, and then I'll keep you posted on that. Thanks, Raju, for
sure.
that.
Thanks.
Yeah. So let's target what we are trying to do in this case, right? See, the whole episode as a kickstarted is to do end-to-end POCs. When I say end-to-end POCs, right, there was already an IoT initiative done by me and a group of people on the IoT. So what we are trying to do in this particular IoT, that, right, it's a kind of vertical. I know, right, in any industry, this vertical and a horizontal kind of thing. So what I am trying to do is I'm trying to pitch all the vertical, which are more of the SMEs to me, like more of a subject matter experts who will define your use cases. So right now I am trying to define 10 different industries with 10 different use cases with the 10 different people, like 10 different SMEs come into the play. So what in this case, right, those 10 different people from the IoT group will come and define the use cases. When I say define the use cases, they define the problem, they define the use case, they define the solution, saying that what is the outcome, because you have to meet outcome. So what I want this group, right, this particular smac group, should want these people to help to work together with that particular IoT expert in driving that particular POC, in delivering that POC. Like, for example, I can give you a specific example, like any industry. For example, you take a healthcare industry. In the healthcare industry, you want to define example of remote patient monitoring. So when you say remote patient monitoring, this is defined use case. In the remote patient monitoring, they know, right, okay, we are trying to do the variable, right? The variable is sticking into your body, and this variable is trying to give some communication, it's trying to give some parameters. Okay, there the IoT guy stops. Hey, then what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to bring in some embedded guy to this. Like in the future, right, you'll see the embedded guys also here. So that embedded guy will come and write some machine or language or some language, like embedded language, to collect the data. So then what I want from this group, right, this group consists of both an embedded guy, which is a more of an embedded systems guy, and a big data analytics guy. So these two people to me will write some programming language, right? And these two people will write a programming language, and these two will try to collect the data and store it. Like maybe Jitendra will come up and say that, hey Vijay, these two did a very great job, and I see that, right, okay, it's a limited amount of data, for example, right? It's not a petabytes of data. What are the use case we are talking about? Is a small amount of data. Yes. Okay, we don't need a big data. Why can't you use a small amount of data, whether it is structured data or unstructured, whether I go to SQL DB or I go to MongoDB, for example. So then I will try to say that, hey, I'll do that, and then I'll try on top of it, let me put it in a cloud, or let me put, look, Jitendra will come back and say that he gives a higher level architecture. Hey, based on the data, he'll say that, okay, put it in a cloud or put it in on-premise. And in later course of time, I want to bring some UI guy, like user interface guy or visualization guy who can use like a standard click view or Tableau or anything. Or okay, if he's good at programming languages, I'll ask him to write a D3.js. So it's entire things which will evolve in due course of time, but the overall perspective of having this group and working all together with the IoT team is the benchmark is this. So in this particular case, right, these teams, right, it grows on. See, today we are talking about 5, right? Next week it may go to 10. Next week it may go to 15. So, but it keeps on increasing, right? And at some point of time, my idea in this case, right, this entire month, the entire May month is kind of a collection of addition of the people and the addition of the members, and out of at the end of the month, right, you will have a very defined number, right, by saying that, like, hey, Raju is expert in Java.js, like .js, and he's doing a node, and he's doing a big data, and he's using a mobile apps. Okay, let me fit into this area. I know him. Like Kapil is a big data expert, right? For example, I can give you another more example. Like we are doing some more example of utilities. My meter data, which is like it gives you every 15 minutes data. That one use case will give you huge amount of data. It's not a petabyte, but it just have megabytes of data or gigs of data. Then Kapil will come up and say that, hey, it's a gig of data. So can I bring some big data Hadoop tools or Spark tools and do some Hive or blah, 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 and then try to, and then Jitendra comes back and says that, hey, can we put it on cloud? So these are all things which will mostly evolve in due course of time. So for everything what we are talking, the input is a POC. The input is a POC. When I say it, the IoT POC. So this is what we are trying to achieve. So what is the time frame we are trying to achieve is the next 6 to 7 months of time frame. We have targeted is 6 to 7 months of time frame, and 10 people working on this, right, with you. I don't know, like I have not decided, but 10 people from IoT will work on this, and then I have to see how many people is required to develop that particular POC with the team right over here, and then at a time frame of 6 months. So this is overall the entire picture which we are going to work it out for the next 6 months. And these sessions will cover its entire. It will be a 40-minute session every week, and I want people to work at least 2 to 4 hours, to give a time of at least 2 to 4 hours in a week's time, not more than that. So this is what the recommendations, like suggestions or expectations from the team, which I want to go it forward with. So what I will do is, we have a last 10 minutes call this particular episode because it's a 40 minutes call. So what I suggest is I will open for questions. If you have any specific questions, you can unmute it, and then you can please ask the question, and I will try to answer them.
Vijay, so just to conclude, like, so what should be our next step then? Like, I mean, like, other than the, getting more people, right? So what should be our next step?
I didn't get what other than, so no. See, the following weeks, right, we will have the team, right? See, this 40 minutes, when I say, right, first 20 minutes will be knowledge sharing. That's what my expectations, right? The first 20 minutes will be a knowledge sharing on the specific topics which are required for the POCs. Like, for example, maybe you are good at, we will take a topic, and then we'll talk about 15 minutes on the high level, right? We are not talking about until we are very expertise, until we get a team, a full-fledged team, when we talk on the POCs. So, but what we try to do is like trying to educate the team right over here, right? For example, you can say, right, the data collected from your machine can be written in a node.js and can push it into my MongoDB, for example. So maybe Raju needs to know, or like maybe from the team, right? Raju can deliver a node.js 15 minutes call. Maybe if I know something, right, I'll maybe the presenter, or if someone comes up and then says that, hey, I want to deliver something, right? Maybe Jitendra or Kapil comes up. So the next 3 to 4 weeks is a kind of a first 15-20 minutes to me is a kind of presentations, and the next 15-20 minutes is a kind of introductions.
Okay, understood.
So any more questions? I know this is a few first time, and then we have only limited group in this. So this is our overall agenda, and then what is the follow-up actions in this group is I am going to create one smac group, right? One email ID, and then I will share it with that, right? And then what I want you people is you can just add, you can send your email IDs, which will be a Google Drive in that case. And then what we will try to share in this, like at least the people will know what's happening on that. So what I want to make sure this group, right, this work more on the technology and share the technology, because the other group is trying to come up with the business cases, and this group will try to help the business case or use case to deliver it. As simple as that. So any questions, guys? So Jitendra, Kapil, Raju, and Sarath, right? I think people are okay with what.
Yeah, I think I am okay with the approach which you just mentioned, Vijay. And I think you correctly said that we are at a very initial stage of this conversation. Let's going forward, let's spend some time into the presentations. Then gradually we'll keep on adding new new SMEs in this group. Then that will be very fruitful, I guess. I have seen Vijay, the LinkedIn conversation which you initiated, where I also dropped my number. I think some more than 100 people have dropped in, their numbers, but you have just selected some 10 people in this group. So, are you in a process to add more, or how we are taking?
No, because right, I burned my fingers or what you are saying, right? Because this group, what I experienced, right? That group has everything, right? They have sales people, product people, recruitment people, and everyone has given that. So I am trying to select only those people who can help this group. I don't want to make noisy people saying that, hey, what's happening? So only this group, I'm selecting the group who have a background technical expertise, who is having a cloud, like the smac expertise. So only that. I'm not adding any sales people. I'm not adding any product people to this group.
Yeah, I think that's a great thought. That makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I've experienced these kind of things in the past, right? They make noise, right? And then they don't want to, and at the end, right, the group will be killed because the motor will go down and then the group will be killed. So I don't want to do that because I have a pure vision, right? I'm a visionary guy. I have a lot of visions in that, and then I'm putting my lot of efforts into this, right? I don't want to kill this group.
Perfect.
Okay.
And I think a small input from my side would be, since today we are only 10 and going forward, it will be a big team. I think the new joinees should have some understanding that what all we have already discussed, so that we should not be repetitive, in our next conversation, because time is always limited. I think if we can make a small note of that what we have discussed, that will be helpful on all new joinees as well.
No. What I am doing is I am recording this session. So what is going to happen is this recording of the session will be shared to the people, saying that okay, this is the one, that please go to this recording and you'll get all the inputs. That's it.
Great.
Yeah. So that's cool. It was nice, so we'll go with the plan. Whatever we are thinking in this case, let's target to that, and then let's share. See, as I told you, right? I'm reiterating to the group also, right? This group is a non-profit and non-commercial knowledge sharing group. So I'm saying it because, right, when you people also have, right, I want you people also to share to the team, right, which you think, right, which will benefit to the team. So I want each individual participant to come up and then share their knowledge, which are right, which you think. I don't want to share everything what you know, but anything which you think, right, which will be like, for example, Raji is working on a Node.js, and then right now the group has gone more into that. What is the one, right? The mean stack, right? People are talking about mean stack. Mean stack is very much popular. So maybe Raju is good at it. Maybe somebody is not good at it. Maybe if you can share some of your experience. I'm giving an example, right? Because and Kapil come back and says that, hey, Jitendra can come up and say one session saying that, hey, a cloud, what is cloud, how cloud benefits, what is the different types of clouds, and something like that, right? Going forward, I'm not talking tomorrow, but maybe you can put it in your mind, right? Somewhere you can help to the group. Yeah, guys, I think I have talked much. Whatever it is. So let's call off for the day. And we can work it out.
Okay, thanks, Vijay.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. And so I think this time is good, right? 9 to 10 every week is good.
Yeah, I think it's fine. In India also, I think before dinner everyone can join, and that's for only 40 minutes, right? So
yeah. That's what I made it 40 minutes, right? People are not a bad thing, right? 40 minutes is absolutely
right.
And 9 o'clock, maybe people can go, bring the dinner out, and then eat it, and whatever you can do that. Okay.
And Vijay, do you know some conference platform where we can also dial in? Is there an India number to dial in? Because I see only US number which is there.
That's what Zoom has given me. I don't know whether I have because because I think you can connect from okay, if you don't have an internet, you want to dial and then you want to connect. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what. See, for this call, I had to come back to my home to have an internet connection. Right? So if we have something so that we can take this call from road, that will be, I think, very helpful.
I have to see. I don't know whether I do have I have to explore that Zoom, right? If you can guys see that, please let me know.
I think this duty is, I think it is with all. So we all will come up with our own ideas how we can connect better, right?
Absolutely. Okay, I think let's call for the day, and then let's meet next week and then take it forward.
Perfect.
Perfect. Thanks everyone.
Thanks.